Qué onda a todos? Bienvenidos a Charlas de Popping, aquí con su servidor Efro Arce. Y tenemos una invitada especial, a very special guest, Sonya. What's up? Welcome.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for sitting down and having a conversation with me and with all the people that is here and with all the people that will listen, afterwards. Let's start when we were a little bit of what we were talking about right now. You said that kind of like your background, you studied a degree in economy. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you think about that career, and how did you enter to this career?
I entered in economy because at school I was already studying this of country how it works, and I really enjoy it. So I just go with the flow, and I go in the university with this subject. But I never see myself in those kind of job. Each time my friends say, "Oh, I want to be, I don't know, do the comptabilities. Oh, I want to be in this company. Oh, I don't want to, I want to be XYZ." And me, I was like, okay. And every time my friend was like, "But why are you in economy? Maybe you have to be in literature or literature or
Yeah,
something
literature.
artist." Yeah, 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 or something else. And literature is not for me. So I was like, no, I really like economy. It's something I really enjoy to learn. And of course, I was already dancing, and inside of me I was like, I will be a dancer. I will do something with dance, step by step. I was not too rush with this. I was not at every audition or even on every battle, actually. I just, uh, I was just slowly building my thing, and to a point that I did my first audition. My teacher says to me, "Scalp, come to this audition. Maybe it can works." And actually, it works. The choreographer was like, "Okay, I want you in my show." And I managed to be available with my schedule in university. And yes, so I start doing dance company in 2011, and since today is less, huh? I'm only on one show, and this is the end of the tour, so we have maybe one show every 3 weeks, 3 months, sorry. So it's very little, but back in the days it was my full time job.
Nice, nice. So you were practically like doing your career, and at the same time you were already dancing popping, and also you already encountered your mentor or your teacher Scalp, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about Scalp? Because I know he even studied with Skeeter Rabbit, right? And with the Electric
Yeah.
Boogaloo's. Can you tell us a little bit about him and also your relationship with him? Like, how was that mentorship and relationship?
Yeah. So actually, Scalp is my first and only teacher. He's been teaching in my city in association in my city, and yes, he was doing popping. The class first was called hip hop because back in the days, popping was not so much famous, and the name has to attract the people. So it was called hip hop, but it was already a popping class. We did the Fresno. We danced on funk music that we never heard, me and my friend and I. So we were very happy to learn something very new, very different that we used to know. And when I turned 18, I started to train to do to this on session with my teacher. And back in the days, he was in duet with a dancer who's called Farah. She's a woman. So I joined their session, and I started to train and to yes, to be part of the crew. and yes, we work together now with Skype. We have a relationship like brother and sister, big brother and little sister. And yes, his teacher are two French guys who used to bring the electric boogaloo's in France. And so that's why he got the chance to be close with the Skidder Rabbit. And actually, the first electric boogaloo member, it was Sugar Pop. He was teaching locking and popping, and it blows their mind. And yeah, he has this chance, and it's very precious because I feel very lucky to that my first teacher has so much knowledge, and yes, and was in contact with the American OG,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think I was lucky, and I'm good with that. And yes, so when I started, it was straight with the formula.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like sometimes how life puts opportunities in front of us, and it's almost like you said, maybe we can come back a little bit to kind of like your beginnings and your career, but you felt you had this, instinct that you were gonna dance, that you knew that you were gonna do this, and it's almost like life puts you that big opportunity for you to, explore that area. I wanted to ask about maybe before we go back to your beginnings, like how do you carry that legacy, right? Because I from the electric boogaloos to Scalp carries it. Even you can see it today, right? Like how he dances is he's carrying that legacy. How do you carry that legacy forwards, and also what responsibility do you feel and when somebody's passing the knowledge to you?
So now the difficulties is that everything is on the internet. So because back in the days, you don't choose the dance choose you. You go to a class, you make the registration for the year with your friend. You don't know the class, but okay, it's popping. You love it. Popping choose you in a way.
Right.
Now it's not like that. People choose the style that they want to do. So the relation with the dance is very different. And so, of course, my style is electric boogaloo. I mean, I love this, and I try to dance this particularly style of dance. But when I teach, for example, I teach what I know, but I do not try to convert people, because sometimes students want to just do animation but want to learn popping too, so how can I explain that? So I teach them how to pop, the technical things, I give them tips. I tell them, okay, you have to do this if you want to do popping properly. But I'm not trying to convert them to do the electric boogaloo style. So this is the part when I'm teaching. And for me, when I'm dancing, the legacy is how I carry the legacy is I do my best to keep working the foundation, because I think it's a whole life thing. It's always you go back to this. And also I try to develop and to bring my vision of it also, because I'm not we are now in 2025. Everything is different, so I want to be true also with myself and who I am and where I'm living. You know, I'm not an Afro-American. I'm not a man. We are not in the 70s, you know. So I do with who I am right now, and also I also because with my dance company career, I have something else to bring, I think, to the table. You know, I'm not just a cipher dancer or just a battle dancer, you know. So yes, I think I can bring many things, and I think it's not on purpose. It's just spontaneously, you know, it's like that. So I need to accept that, and yes, and even if sometimes I know my technique are not um, very good all the time, but I try to be kind with myself, to not to be hard and like, oh, you're not doing like good as you can, you know. I'm like, okay, I will do better next time, but I try to connect more with the music. You know, it's a lot of things you have to combine together. So yes, I just I just do like this, and yes, but if a student want to do electric boogaloo, let's go. You know, I love it. I don't convert, but the student wants to do this. I'm very happy.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's a very good base for anything else you want to do, right? Because like the control or the separation, all of that can help
Yeah.
for animation or whatever you want to do. So I think it's a good base, right?
Yeah, I think it's a very good base. And yes, I think when you have the popping technique, you can do whatever you want, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And you actually mentioned something that I would like to kind of like pick on it a little bit. You said that you bring something different to the popping scene because of your background also with theater and all of the background that you have with your company. And I think personally, and I would speak only for myself, but I know I'm speaking for other people as well. We do see that there is something different, like in your sometimes the emotions that you put in the back of your movement, technique, and you can see it in your expressions, your face, like all of those things. I think we do detect it in an instinctual way, but can you break it down? Like, what are those things that you bring to the table that are a little bit different from outside of popping?
Mm. Um, okay, as you said, when I dance, you can feel the emotion. You know, it's not just moves or musicality. You know, it's different thing that is putting together. And I think this is also my sensibility, you know, because for example, when I heard the music, the thing that touched me the most, at least when there is this element, is the voice. I really love voice, and to me the frequency of the organic voice, you know, when a man or woman is singing, you know, something happening, something is moving inside of me. And when I'm moving on this music with someone singing, I don't know how to say that, but it just I just do it instantly, you know. And in dance company is very appreciated because it's not so much about the technical things. Of course, if you are a technical dancer, it's so much better. But if you can also bring emotion to the audience, is so much better. And also the presence, how you take the space without moving a finger, because sometimes you just hear and you have to have a presence, you know, a kind of aura or charisma. I don't know which one is, but you know, you have to really be powerful with your presence. So, but at the same time, I did not learn this thing, you know. It was, I think, is just you and not be afraid to be you and to show your vulnerability, you know. Because, for example, when I start to learn popping, for example, when we did some combo or choreo, I was good, the choreo was good. I know how to do the techniques, but when I was freestyling, I was very wild. So you cannot even recognize the master flex or the twist. I wasn't this type of dancer, I wasn't, my dance wasn't mathematic, for example. My dance was more lyrical, or I don't know, So maybe I had a lack of structure when I was dancing, but I was truly free. I was like, boom, just moving on the music, and it was good, It was just another taste.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it was like that, maybe first, okay, my sensibility, but also maybe my background, because before dancing popping, it was first dance I have learned, but I was already dancing, and also as a teenager, you kind of like a child, a little bit, you still a child, especially 14, you like a child. And okay, because I'm half Tunisian, and we used to go in Tunisia every summer. And every summer you have a wedding or anniversary or other ceremony. Even if it's not in your family, maybe your neighborhood, you got invitation, you're a guest. So you can go, And everyone is like dancing. People are not professional dancer, but they are dancing.
Yeah.
And dancing is just celebrating the moment. So I think this thing also impact the way I move at the beginning, and is still here now, But now I'm more structured, I'm like, okay.
I guess today you have a little bit more of both, right? Like that essence, like you said, it's like the kid essence or the child exploring or going wild also. Like it's still there, but also now with the years of experience and knowledge,
Yeah.
now you have that combination of technique, right? I think it's a little bit similar what you're talking about. Your culture out there and the culture that we have out here, it's a lot of like social skills and bonding with dancing, and even you don't have to be professional, like you said. It's just the parties between the neighbors is something that it's very rich, and helps you to bring those things, maybe not the steps or anything, but kind of like the vibe, right?
Sure.
And the way you
Exactly.
feel out here. Did
Yeah.
you get any pushback by somebody else, like when you started? Is like, hey, that's not the way you do it, or did somebody try to correct you in your form and everything?
No, actually, Scalp never told me things like this. And actually, he teach me and my friend back in the days at the opposite of how he was taught, taught,
Yeah.
because his teachers was the opposite. His teacher was very structured. Uh, an old man is like this, not like this, blah blah blah. But it was also the mindset of this time, back in the days. So Scalp did the opposite, and I'm very thankful because I think I will quit. If someone was too hard with me like this, as a teenager, not in the big city, in city that is not everything is funny, you just want to have fun. And he let us having fun, and we just step by step become more mature and mature. And yes, he want us to um, if we decide to go further in this dance and with the technique, is because we decide. It's not because of him, you know. So no, 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 I don't. Maybe on battle, maybe yes, maybe on battle. When I start to do battle, sometimes judge. Oh, you must do this, or maybe you must move more your hips on. And I was like, okay, I was respectful. I was listened. I didn't talk back, but I did what I want to do,
That's very interesting. Like, yeah, it's because, like you said, you have to be open for suggestions, but at the same time, you have to maintain your essence and what you want and what you're aiming for, right? Like, I guess it's that's really challenging, right? Because sometimes we respect people so much that we switch what is our aim just because of the respect we have for other people, right? And I think that's again, it's the luck of having a good mentor that can guide you well, and you can always come back to him and say like, "Hey, I received this comment. Is it good or bad? Do I go in this direction or not?" But yeah, I think that that's a very good thing to keep in balance for everybody. Like, would you say that today you're on the best stage of your life in dancing wise?
You mean?
Like on your level and your skill?
Okay. No, no, I think I can improve more again. But you know what? It's interesting. Of course, now I never been so strong, but I also never be so much difficult with me.
Okay.
For example, back in the days when my dance wasn't as strong as it is now, I was very happy with what I was doing. I can watch my video hours and hours, but now I don't even look. Now sometimes I don't look.
Wow.
Sometimes I don't look. I don't want, because it's I don't know. It's like I don't like it as much anymore.
Why is
It's
that?
like I don't know. Maybe because uh, maybe I'm more aware about maybe the music, maybe the moves, maybe my posture, maybe everything. Now I'm more critical, but at the same time, I've never been as strong as I am now. So yes.
Wow, yeah, that's a weird combination, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I understand you. Of course, like I've said to other dancers and friends, very close friends, I'm not on the level that you are, but I really understand that harshness that we have with ourselves, right? Like, and I guess it's also because on the way you're advancing in life and how. Do you think this has to do with the perception or the how you think people think about yourself, and is that like a inside of that equation?
Mm, I think there is this equation, but in a different way. For example, back in the days, sometime okay, I did some battle, and most of the time, okay, no video, and I was like, oh, why there is no video? But now I'm like, okay, I don't want video. But also because now with Instagram it can be too much. Sometimes you have too many stories. It's like sometimes you just want calm and peace.
Wow.
Because sometimes you don't know if it's the hype or if it's you good. you
Oh,
know
okay.
and and also I think also at the same time the hype is good. I really like it. We all like it. It brings energy, it brings confidence and everything. But sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's just too much. Sometimes you just want a normal life. I just want to be a nobody. you know just to It's so weird. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And also because when the hype, and a battle is finished and everyone is on social media. So you spend a lot of time on your phone, and this is consuming a little bit, the brand, I don't know. It's like I really enjoy it, but I don't want to spend my time here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's. I think it's. Yeah, it's because of the era that we're living in today that we're really consumed by our devices, and I think this is a worldwide thing. And when there was not that many videos out there. So for example, in my case, when I watched the video on MTV on the TV before, I had to wait like almost like hours to see one of those videos that I enjoyed seeing some people dancing. Like
I did the same.
yeah, like Mr. Wiggles dancing in the background or Sweepy dancing in the background with Missy Elliott. Like I knew those steps, and
Yeah.
but today you can go back to that anytime you want. So it's like it's something that you don't crave that much for it again. Something is
Yeah.
lost in that process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
maybe that could be something there. I want to touch on two things, Sonia, before I give the word for everybody else. It's the challenges that you have had as a woman in this atmosphere that is almost like 90% full of men. What are the challenges you encountered also like in battles and even in teaching and I don't know if there's something related with your country that it's a very patriotic culture. I don't know. Like out here it is. It's a very macho culture. So, what challenges can you share?
So as I said, when I started dancing, I was a teenager. So I think it's very different when you start learning a dance at a teenager age or at an adult age, because you don't have the same question, and the mind is built different also, you may be overthinking when you are adult and you have more boundaries and limited thought. So me, I never thought, oh, I'm a woman, I can't do this, or I can't go there, or with the dance, of course. But when I start, it was only 3 years ago, because I make the decision to be more involved in the dance battle scene and this, underground scene. And I remember I thought that I was frustrated in battle because I was not able to show the palette of the things that I can do. I was a little bit caricature of myself. Oh, you pop strong, huh? Yeah, pop strong, and I was just like this. So I thought, okay, I want to be comfortable when I go to battle, and I really want to be able to show everything I can do. And I think this is the really difference between a man and a woman. The difficulty is not to be a woman, because I think men are very happy when they see a good female dancer, or even not a good, like very good. No, they are very happy when they see female dancer. And I really think that,
Yeah.
But so this is not a problem to be a woman. The problem is to think that you are a woman, it will be easier. So you don't understand the rule of a competition. Of course, a competition, it depends on who is judging and everything. We all know that, but in competition, you have to bring your element to the next level. And you have to be calm, you have to be focused, you have to train your mind. And I think as a woman in life, because this is connected with the life, we are not used to do this. I'm gonna okay, maybe I have if I say that I will have enemy after, but I think as a woman things are easier. Doors can be open easier for us. For example, I don't know, to find a job is maybe easier because people have more trust for the woman. The women are never the bad guys, for example. So the trust is already there, So we move in life with this thing, and when we go on a battle, okay, we dance good, but oh, why I did not pass? Because it's not enough in this context. You need to put yourself in the next level. You can do it. You just need to know it, to structure yourself and your mind to be prepared. So, and I did this, and I'm very happy that I'm able to do this, because I was very struggling. Also because, I have an emotional side in my dance. Sometimes it's too much, because if you can't control your emotion, you become it's like the emotion eats you a little bit, you know. And in competition, you must control your emotion. You must control everything. The stress. You want to fight. You need to calm down and breathe and let go and show us all the things that you know to do. And this is, to me, it was the most difficult thing. It's to dance like I am in my living room, with the calm, no stress. Even if the guy, because it's battle, everyone is playing a character, But me, I don't know if it's a woman thing, but I used to took it personal, I know we are crazy. I said it. We are crazy, and sometimes you're like, oh no, does he angry at me, or what did I do? No, it's just the game. It's just a game, and everyone is telling this, is saying this. This is a game. If you can't play the game, you agree with the condition, you know. So no, I don't think this is a problem to be a woman. I think at the beginning the doors are very open, but if you want to go further, you have to be kind of professional also. What I mean by that is you need to build your mindset. You need to build your confidence. It's the next level. It's next level for everyone, not only for women. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
But we build different, and the struggle it's different. That's it.
Yeah, agree. And also, like, on top of that layer, maybe on one layer is the popping scene worldwide, right? If we can see it in that way, which is, it's advancing in different ways. And but the other layer, maybe on the bottom of that, will be like the culture of each country, or even sometimes of each city, right? Because each country or each city has different struggles, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes, well, not sometimes, it's definitely mixed up when you have a jam, or when you have a cipher, or when you have a scene. All of that is mixed up, right? And sometimes you can feel that when you go outside of your country and you say, oh, this isn't as normal as I thought. What's happening over here in my country, but
Yeah.
those are the things that I think are very beneficial to travel, right? To explore other cultures and to see, like, what things can I bring from out there to my city or to my country, and to keep on pushing the level of everybody, like you said, right? And of
Yeah.
course, to open up more of those doors that we see open, because I really do see from a distance, of course, that other places like in Europe, they're a little bit more open for all kinds of people, right? But out here, I think in Latin America, we still have to work with some details there. Yeah. I wanted to ask you for the last point is, I've been thinking a lot because of my age also. I'm almost 37 on December. How old are you, by the way, Sonia?
35.
35. Yes. I'm sorry if that was a rude question. Some people don't
No
like
problem.
to. But because of my age, and because of the things that I've gone through, and because of the punishment that I've put my body through, I've been thinking a lot about injuries. right? In your case, have you had any serious injury, and how have you overcome it if you had some injuries?
I never had serious injuries, but since this summer, I don't know what's happening, but I got my left knee hurting a lot. And I don't know why this is happening. I think, and we talk about this, traveling a lot is very exhausting, staying in your seat flight 12 hours is not very good for the legs and for everything. And this summer I traveled a lot, and I did a long travel, and I think this is why my knee is hurts now. But this is not serious because I did ERM, something to see in the knee if something is broke or if there is something wrong, and nothing is wrong. So, but yes, I have to deal with this. I have to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't flex as I did before. I lose a little bit of mobility, but at the same time, it's weird. But at the same time, I think I'm better. I don't know why. Because, for example, when I didn't do battle, so I don't know for this. I'm not in this intensive dance performance. But for example, as a judge, I dance, and I think it's okay. For 1 or 3 judge demo, it's okay, and it's weird, but I'm more calm because I need to be more cautious. It's like
Yeah.
this. We said, yeah. So I manage my body and my dance and how I listen to music differently, and we adapt. We don't have choice. So I'm not going to hurt myself more. So so I just adapt, and yes, I'm thankful. It's not worst.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Like how smart we are also to adapt in these circumstances, and if you have the right perspective, always like this negative thing is helping you to push yourself forward, right? Because the body is deteriorating, like I've said it many times, and sometimes we don't notice it.
And yes, and as you said, we become more intelligent with ourselves and the dance. So yes.
Yeah. So I mean, let's get into the. I would allow everybody else to ask a question, and let me just say it in Spanish. Si no saben inglés, me pueden decir en español y yo le ayudo pues a traducir y a preguntarle a Sonia algo que quieran decirle. A ver, ¿alguien se quiere animar? ¿Algún voluntario? Dale, Sowen.
Hi,
Hello.
hi, Sonia. I am
Hi.
Sowen. Hi, everything. um, my first question for you is, how did you train musicality? And do you have any specific methods or habits for that?
I think first musicality is in a way a personal thing, because you might be have another feeling, a different sensitive of me. But to go further with the music, I think keeping it's a good thing, the half timing, the 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, this speed. Even if you doing like 1 2, you keep this in yourself. This is how you able to change timing, to change. And I think everything, the levels, the movement, everything. So yes, train on that. You must know how to dance on different timing, the double, the single, because in popping we have this double, single, and ticking, and You have to know to do that. And it's okay if you're learning on that, but the more you train on this, the more you will be comfortable on any kind of music, and to travel in with the different layers of the music. And I don't know, you can also start with your favorite thing. When you heard the music at first, we always catch something first, that because we love it. So start with this, and step by step. Okay, you start with this. You making yourself comfortable, so you have space here in your mind to listen other layers on the music. Because if you don't establish yourself first, you like, there is a little bit of stress. You're like, you can't define the music properly. You like surrounded by so many noise, kind of, this is noise. At some point it becomes noise, and it happens to me. I was too much focused on the kick and the snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, but I wasn't calm. So I wasn't, most of the time, it wasn't something that I choose, but I wasn't able to manage the music with my dance. Sometimes I can, sometimes I cannot. If I was in a stressful context, it make it worse. So establish yourself with one musicality that you like. When you hear music, play with the rhythm, with a 1 2 1 2 1 1 1 2, and after you will have space, and hear the other layers, and you can switch to this other layer on the music, and you can switch with a freeze, you can switch with the speed, so you accelerate your timing. Yes, many things. So you have freeze, tick in, so you speed. You can do like a kind of slow motion. You actually, you have many tools, but I think the most important thing is to know how to dance with the double timing, the single one, and the tick-in one. But tick-in is for the popping, but I mean the half timing. Even in Boogaloo, you can do with the half timing. Yes.
Nice. Thank you so much for asking that question, and thank you, Sonia. Somebody else?
Hi, I'm Seleni. I'm from Colombia. It's my pleasure to share this space with you. I share you because I study economy. Me too.
Okay.
My degree. And divide my time currently work in a company and practice dance. So my question is I would like to know for you, what is the energy that popping should have? Because it's a modulate depend is a stronger energy or
Or a smaller one, yeah. I think there is no rules, because if you dance with a hard popping on the soft music, it doesn't make any sense sometimes, So this is the music that tells you how to move, how hard you can do with your pop, because pop is not just something that you put, okay, like this, I'm just doing pop. No, you pop because the music tells you to pop, when you heard the kick and the snare, the kick and the snare is different, sorry, on each music. Sometimes it's very loud, sometimes it's soft, So the music talks to you, and you have to resonate with it, So there is no rules, and there is no mistake, It's not, you don't do it right because you're not popping as strong as you can do, It's not about that, It's about be comfortable and be like smooth, you know? Yes. So
Yeah, that's
I answered your question, I guess, yes.
I think that's a like a paradox too, right? Because you have to be like hard and popping and then smooth at the same time. And then you have other people, right? Like Boogaloo Sam, who's like they don't even pop hard, like they just go smooth, right?
Yeah, to me, when you can pop hard, it's because you're very relaxed. It's not because you go too strong on the pop, you know? For example, me, when I pop, I'm very relaxed. And as you said, Boogaloo Sam has a different pop than Poppin' Pete, and Poppin' Pete has a different pop from Skeeter Rabbit. Skeeter Rabbit, you know? Skeeter Rabbit, it was more like on the move, you know? And for example, Poppin' Pete is more like boom, boom, you know? It's very different, but also because the body language, you know? And all this thing is very valuable. It just depends also on your body language, you know, how you move, you know. Are you more like this, for example, or you more like this? Shoo, boom, shoo. You know, the pop will be different, but not less than another one, you know.
Yeah. Are you talking about the groove there? What the way that you were moving was more groovy, right? Like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because I try to imitate Skeeter Rabbit, but because in my mind, Skeeter Rabbit is very his dance is tight but big at the same time. You know, for example, he doesn't have he didn't have like a strict shape. You know, he was more wild, more like boom, and also because he's very big, so this is his language. But you know, you can also dance like this, but there is still a groove. It's still grooving, you know. So no, it's not necessary about the groove. It's more about how you move in. You know, what is your body language? Are you more a square or are you more a circle? You know, for example, but you still can pop on this both shape.
Yeah.
You know, yes.
Interesting.
So yeah.
So you said that you're very relaxed when you pop.
Yes. I'm not like this. I'm just yeah, very relaxed. Because when you relax, you release faster. And this speed that makes your pop big, you know, because you also play with because when you release, you're not doing this, all right, but you just release. So there is a move, you let the movement go, you know. But if I'm just here, it's different. It's good. I'm not say that is not good. It's more like it's different, just different, you know. But when I'm here, it's different.
Mm.
And I think the only wrong thing in popping is doing this, you know, is technical thing. But after the feeling, the flavor that you put inside, I think everything is welcome.
Nice. Love it. Yeah, well, thank you. That's very inspiring for me too. Like I got a lot to learn from that, and those are things that sometimes we even know, like since the beginning, but we forget about those things, and we have to come back to square one, right? But yeah, okay. So we have. Thank you, Sonia, and thank you, Seleni, for asking that question.
Hello, hello. I hope you're good, Sonia. My question is, how do you keep motivating and keep pushing to the limit your popping and your type of art that you do?
How I keep motivated? I think when you love something, you can stay longer with this passion, you know. But I think it's not necessary to be too hard with yourself and to, for example, training every day many hours. Sometimes have a rest is very beneficial, you know. just do something else, you know. It's like having a walk on a park, on a park, you know, have a fresh breath air, you know, having a fresh breath air, you know. So yes, it's not easy. Sometimes you don't have the juice to keep dancing, you know. You don't have the motivation, but you know, it's like, I agree, it's not something always like this. You know, sometimes I don't want to go walk, if even if my work is dance, teaching, or go to a battle. Sometimes I don't want to go, you know, I don't want to go. So just accept, you know. The more you will be able to accept this phase, this I don't know the word, sorry, this situation, the more you will be happy when you come back, you know. So yeah, just this, you know.
Yeah, so going outside a little bit out of the dancing, because sometimes you're so immersed in that world that you have to take a step back and then take
Yeah.
a fresh air and then come back.
Yeah. And also, for example, maybe you don't have motivation anymore dancing on popping music beat, you know. Maybe just put another style of music. Maybe it's just this. Maybe you're just tired, you know, like boom, ta, boom. Sometimes it's like, oh, I just want something soft, you know, or something different, you know. You're free to do whatever you want. So yeah, allow yourself to do like you want, and not to try to put yourself in a box. Oh, I'm a popping dancer, so I will only do this like this because I know every other popper are doing like this, you know. Because I think, I don't know, maybe we can lose motivation when it's too much in this way, you know, because you kind of lose yourself a little bit, or you don't enjoy anymore, you know. But I think it's life. I think it's okay to lose motivation, but if you accept it, you are happy when you're more happy when you go back.
Yeah. And even take, like you said, taking other type of either classes or just going out to the club and dance, chill, you know.
Yeah, actually, thank you, because you remind me something. This summer, I did a formation in Afro dance, you know, and because it's long time I don't take class, and sometimes class is very refreshing, because just allow your body to move a different way is very refreshing for your main style, you know. So sometimes just go take a class, you know, very different from popping or even from street dance, you know. But maybe take a class is not your thing, you know, but maybe you can try. If you still in the same loop, you know, and you lose motivation and everything, maybe try something very different, and you will learn it. If class is okay for you, you will maybe continue. I'm not saying that every week you are on the class. I'm not saying that. It's on your timing. And maybe it's not class, maybe it's something else. Maybe it's draw, or maybe it's do a bicycle, or maybe it's doing something else, you know. But yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Georgie. Thank you, Sonia. I think maybe we have an opportunity for two more, maybe one or two more.
Hi, Sonia. I had a
Hi.
question speaking about like letting yourself rest from popping. I also dance walking, and I find that like the same with you. So I wanted to ask, how do you keep a balance between these two styles?
Mm, I think there is always a main style, and it's okay, you know. How to keep a balance? So you mean how to keep a good level on each one's? It's like this. Yes. I think dedicate time for each style. I think continue to work the foundation. Yeah, continue to be interested, you know. Maybe it will take more time to build a strong style on walking and in popping on a good level, but there is no rush. I think maybe now we are too we can't wait to be a good dancer, you know. We want the result as fast as possible, but I think it's not a good thing, because if it doesn't happen as fast as you want, you maybe lose motivation and you will maybe quit, you know. So I think on your rhythm, you need to keep pushing on the dance. So you have to okay to structure your training. Sometimes you have a room for just freestyle. Sometimes you have a room for just popping. Maybe it took 3 months to just doing popping and no walking at all. A room for just the foundation. Maybe a room you mix the both style. Another room for just doing walking. Another room for just maybe putting disco music, but not doing walking, just doing social movement, you know. Yes, I think diversity is good for the mind and the body, you know. So yes, I think maybe this way you can keep this both style on a good level for you, and you can build a strong dancer, you know.
Yeah, I think it's hard, right? Like you have very few people that can balance two styles at a high level. You know, like you have people like before, like Jazzy J, maybe he could lock and then do popping. You know, and then there's Mr. Wiggles that can do breaking, locking, and then popping. But there's just a few people like that, right? Like that they could have it in the high level.
I think so, yes. Especially three style and with breaking. Breaking is very difficult, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
they are superhero here.
Yeah. There's just a few out there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Alma. And let's go with the last question.
Hi, Sonia.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here with you. And my question is, how do you keep your consistency of timing when your body starts to get tired in the middle of a cipher or a battle? Specifically, when you are in long time events.
Good question. I think we are too afraid to show that we are tired, or maybe we are too afraid to lower a little bit the energy and to move differently, you know, to dance differently. And I think we don't have to be afraid, you know. We need to accept, and it's easy to say, huh? I'm not saying that it's easy to do it, but if you allowed yourself to just calm down and maybe move differently, because in dance there is moves that they are less exhausting, you know. And if you know what takes you less energy, you can move with this movement. I don't know, maybe if it's the wave, because sometimes, you know, especially in popping, what is your style? Is it popping? Your main style? Yes. So you pop when you dance a lot. So yes, maybe you try, you need to teach your body how to move differently, because I know popping sometimes is difficult, and the more is exhausting, and the more you exhausting, the more it's like it becomes messy a little bit, and you don't control anything anymore. So, but you have so many different ways to dance, and for example, something smoother, something. Yes, you need to develop a different texture of your dance, different texture. Yes, different style, maybe the waving, maybe the moonwalk, maybe the slides, Yes. So when you are on a battle and you become tired, you're not afraid, and you can tell yourself, okay, I will dance different. I will bring this texture, and keep it and stay strong with this texture, I'm sorry, my English is now very, very bad. So, but yeah. And I think also maybe train your cardio, maybe do some workout, some stuff like this, because everyone is different and everybody needs different things, and maybe somebody needs to do workout, maybe somebody needs to go to the gym, maybe somebody needs to eat healthier, maybe somebody needs to just drink water and not soda, for example. There is also many things that can prevent the tiredness when you are in competition. Maybe, for example, also when you go a competition, you don't eat a big lunch, at lunch you don't eat a lot, so you keep the energy with you, so, and everyone need to know what is the best for them,
Yeah. Do you personally do any kind of workout? Do you run? What do you do to maintaining that level?
No, I don't do workout now. I just okay, sometimes I do exercise just to make my balance stronger. For example, when I'm on one leg, I try just to be stronger, and to work with my body memories. But no, I don't do workout. But I eat not so bad. I don't drink soda, for example. I never like this thing. So, but yeah, but I used to be tired, on battle, because back in the days I wasn't able to show many things, to dance different things. I just used to dance like popping, pop, pop, pop. And at some point, it doesn't make any sense. You like, okay, you become a little bit crazy, But so now I learned to change the texture. And also it can be a good thing to develop a vocabulary with your arms, because at least it's something that takes you less energy, even if you pop, because I used to dance with the whole body, and at some point you're like, okay, you're tired now, what's next, so yes, you need to have everything available on point, and with your creativity,
Yeah, having a repertoire of movements there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, well, thank you, Eddie Bry, and thank you, Sonia, for the first thing is thank you for being here and taking your time. And I always say this in the majority of the meetings that I have, that where we have an opportunity to sit down and talk, and I think time is the most valuable thing. So I appreciate you sitting down here with us, with me, and with everybody that will be listening. Muchas gracias por estar acá, y también por la paciencia. And I know everybody was very, very focused on the conversation, and everybody that is here, I think, and everybody that will be listening really wants to learn and is, feeling very inspired by what you're doing. And I already told you this, talking about for me and for Pech and for everybody that is around me. Every time that we see you get down, we feel like motivated to also get down out here. So thank you so much for what you're doing, Sonya. And I don't know if you want to say anything else, maybe a last message for all Mexico or Latin America, all the people that you see out there. Like, I don't know if you want to say something before we leave.
Yeah, I think first, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm very, thankful to discuss with all of you, I think dance is not here in the mind, we used to just overthinking about do the technique, are we doing it like perfectly or not, what is the style I should do, and everything. I think you need to let it go a little bit. We need to let it go a little bit, to be soft with ourselves, to be kind and to accept our mistake. There is no mistake in dance, but sometimes we are not very happy of maybe what we've done, in our freestyle. But it's okay, it's part of the life, it's not something, it's not a silent river, it's so just keep the dedication of the dance, and the most important thing is to enjoy. It's not to win something. Or of course, it's easy to say that. Of course, if you want to professional yourself and be like and to earn money with the dance, at some point you need to perfect your dance and everything. But it's dance first. It's not winning something first. And even on battle, when you go with a mindset, I'm gonna win, you don't dance good. If you go, for example, on a battle with a mindset, oh, I want to dance good. Oh, I want to do cipher, and I want to be free when I dance on the cipher, to not be stressed about the people who's watching me, So yes.
Yeah.
Dance first. Music, you and the dance.
Yeah, it's a good reminder for all of us. Yeah, and well, we'll leave it there. I think it's a very good place to finish. Well, thank you, Sonya, one more time. I hope to see you soon, and maybe one time here in Mexico or in any place in Latin America. We'll love to have you out here. I know it's a far away, but we'll hope to do it one day. But all right, well. Muchas gracias a todos los que nos escucharon. Esto fue Charlas de Popping con Efro, Pies Conscientes, y Sonya, representando a Francia y pues a las mujeres y a todos los que estamos ahí dedicados al popping. Muchas gracias, nos vemos a la próxima. Peace.
Chao.